foundation, you guys. It makes me so happy. Foundation reviews and get ready with me's are my favorite to film. I love testing out new foundation. I'm almost 40. I really need my foundation to perform. I don't wear a lot of setting powders. I don't wear a lot of, you know, buffing powders and all that. So I need my foundation to look good alone and not, I don't want to have to pile a bunch of stuff on it to make it look good. So I have got some really good foundations that I absolutely love, but because I'm almost 40, when I wear like a super matte foundation, it just doesn't look good on my skin anymore. It gets a little bit cakey and crazy. For me personally, when I'm reviewing a foundation, just so that you guys know that going through my review, I like a foundation that is more on the satin matte. I do love a dewy foundation. I don't like it to be dewy to where it slips all over my face, but I do like my skin to have a healthy looking glow. So I was really intrigued by the product that we are testing out today, which is the new one from Too Faced. It is called Do You. This little tube is the cutest little thing I've ever seen. I really think that the packaging is adorable. It came with this super cute box. I really love it. Now I also ordered the setting spray. It has a little ball down in there, and the box for the setting spray is just super cute. Too Faced always kills it on packaging. They always do a great job. This is the Tutti Fruiti collection, and they have a ton of products. I think they brought out like 2 eyeshadow palettes, 2 blush duos, 2 bronze duos, a bunch of lippies, and I didn't buy any of that out of the collection. Nothing really kind of snatched my eyes, like nothing really grabbed me. However, I have a friend here on YouTube. She's a smaller channel like me. I love her to death, and I never miss an upload from her. Since we found each other, I never miss an upload, and she is actually somebody that I will go back, like when I'm having a really tough day and I'm just kind of in a pissy mood, I will go and watch one of her videos that I've already watched before, but she makes me laugh so hard that she puts me right back in a good mood. Her YouTube name is Theresa is Dead. I love her to pieces, you guys. She makes me laugh, but actually she just uploaded yesterday a video, and I think she's got one of the eyeshadow palettes, and she got one of the blush duos and one of the bronzer duos and a few lippies. So I'm gonna put a link in my description box down below to her channel, to that video, so that if you guys want to see a real true review, a honest review on the Tutti Fruiti collection, I'm going to send you her channel. She's amazing, and let me just tell you though, her story time before the review is actually worth heading over to watch. It's so funny. Like, if you don't want to know about the Tutti Fruiti collection, I totally get it, but you have to watch the first 6 minutes of the video. It is hysterical. She lives in New York City, and she always kind of gives us like a little bit of an insight as to what she deals with all the time, with some, like, you know, crazy weird situations. And this one was on a whole other level of crazy. I'll see you in 10 years, Theresa. It's awesome. Head over to her channel, watch that video if you guys want to know anything about the Tutti Fruiti. I really like her, and truthfully, she and I have always been on the same page as far as what I like and what I don't like. She, you know, she likes the similar things that I like and dislikes the things that I don't. So it seems like that she and I are kind of on the same wavelength of what we like and what we don't. So I highly recommend her channel. She does cuss. She's very upfront with it in the very beginning of the video. She cusses a lot. So if you guys don't like cussing, then I don't recommend heading over there. But if you don't care, you want to be entertained, head over there because she's hilarious. Okay, let's get into what I'm reviewing today. So this is the foundation and the setting spray. Now, of course, I'm all about the dew. I really like my skin to look a little bit healthy and a little bit dewy, if you know what I mean. So let's get into the description about this foundation. I'm not going to take up a ton of time because I've already taken up like 6 minutes. Holy crap, I'm 6 minutes in and I haven't even talked about the foundation. Okay, there are 20 shades of this foundation. The shade range isn't amazing, but I do feel like the shade range is pretty equal. So it's not like they, you know, just skipped an entire group of people like a lot of companies do. There are 20 shades in this. Now, I chose the shade Warm Beige, and for those of you guys that want to know as a reference, I am a medium with neutral undertone. Right now, I'm a little bit more on the tan side, so I've been buying my foundations on the warmer side because the neutrals turn a little bit gray on me. So I went ahead and bought the Warm Beige. which Warm Beige is a medium with neutral undertone, but I will say it is on the warmer side. So if you are a medium with neutral undertone, and you're on the warmer side, I think this will be a good match. Okay, all right. Okay, phone, I hear you. I just need to go back to that page. Okay, so the foundation is $36, and you actually get 40 mils instead of 30 mils. So you actually get 1.35 fluid ounces instead of just 1 fluid ounce like typical foundation. So you get a little bit more, which is nice. It is a full coverage foundation. It's 20 hydrating, brightening shades. Formula leaves the skin with a glowy satin finish, infused with soothing watermelons and cucumbers, helps even out skin tone. It's a gel cream formula that leaves skin ultra hydrated and brightened, and it's supposed to be long wearing. I'm kind of excited about this because it's rare that you find a full coverage foundation that is more on the dewy hydrating side. Most of the time when you find a really full coverage foundation, it's more of a matte or a satin matte type finish. So I was really excited that they brought out something that had more of a dewier finish and kind of gave the skin that nice hydrated glow without being super duper matte, but still gave you really decent coverage. Okay, now I've not watched any reviews about this product because I do try to keep my opinions my own, and I will probably start, once I upload this video, I will watch other people's opinion on this foundation. So I don't know what everybody is saying about it. I don't know how everybody is feeling about it. I'm excited to test it out and see how it wears. So let's just jump right into me applying the foundation, and then later on I will come back for my midday check-in, and then later on this evening for my final thoughts. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, let's get started. So this is the second time I have filmed this. So earlier I was bleaching my teeth, and I put, I washed my hair and bleached my teeth, and I put on the Too Faced Glow Job, kind of the sparkly mask that you peel off. Well, I peeled it off, washed my face, put my moisturizer on, and I came down and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation. Then later on, I'll come back, do my, go do my hair, come back, do my makeup. Okay, holy crap, you guys. I come down here, turn the camera on, and I'm putting on my Bobbi Brown, da-da-da-da-da. I'm putting on the Charlotte Tilbury, and I start noticing, like, I'm peeling. Like, my skin has got all these, like, flaky, like, weird, I'm like, what in the, and I have a zit coming right there, and it hurts like a bugger. But anyway, so long story short, I had to go back upstairs and use a scrub, like an actual gritty scrub, to get the remaining parts of that Glow Job mask off of my skin. Now, I haven't used it for a while, so I kind of, just didn't realize that I needed to be that diligent with it. So there's that. So this is how the foundation came, and I got this little makeup bag with it. Okay, it's kind of 5-year-old. It's cute, but I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I also got a small sample of glitter glue, which I'm really excited about because I just ran out of this, and I've been using the tiny little like card samples that look like this. And so I'm really excited that I actually have a tube of it. Thank you. But I had to wait like a week and a half for this to arrive, which was kind of a bummer. I think we became very spoiled from Amazon to Sephora with the flash shipping, getting it in 2 days. And honestly, a lot of makeup brands use the shop runner, and so you get them in like 2 days. And so this took a long time, and I was like, come on. So I'm a little bit late reviewing this today. So this was delivered FedEx, and it didn't come until like 11:30, you guys. So I'm a little bit later. It's noontime right now. So normally I like to test out these foundations for like as long as I can, at least 8 to 10 hours. So I'm gonna wear this for as long as I can, even though I'm applying it so much later in the day. I don't like applying it this late, but it is what it is. I'm gonna use the Hangover Primer. Now, I do really, really like the Too Faced Hangover Primer. If you guys haven't ever used it, it's a really nice, moisturizing, kind of nourishing type primer, and I've worn it forever and ever, so I know how it wears. It's not like I'm gonna be wearing a primer that I've never used. I've really liked the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Now it says it's a long-wearing, dewy finish, hydrating, and it's brightening. So everything that I need, okay? It's a full coverage, fresh glow foundation infused with juicy watermelon and fresh cucumber. I'm gonna put a couple pumps Oh my gosh, I'm already 8 minutes in, you guys, and I haven't even applied it. I'm a hot mess today. I'm gonna put a couple pumps down into my tray. I would say that's like 5 pumps. Half the face with a brush and half the face with a beauty blender. That's kind of like, that's pretty much my go-to when I am testing out foundation. This is a very thick foundation. And typically when I have a thick foundation, I prefer applying with a beauty blender. It smells really strong like watermelons. The brush seems, you know, because it's so thick, the brush seems to kind of get more brush strokes when you have a thicker foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it out with a beauty blender because it is a thicker product and I am seeing some pretty decent brush marks. I like to kind of have a little bit better coverage up there, but it's always hard against the hairline because, you know, it can get like gumpy and stuff in the hairline. Now the smell of this is a little bit strong. So if you are sensitive to scent, you might not like this. I'm not as sensitive to scent because actually I don't have the best nose. Like I don't have the best sense of smell, so I'm not sensitive to it, but it is pretty strong, so if you are sensitive to smell, that might be an issue for you, but so far, this is looking really, really pretty. So now I'm gonna put some on my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna start kind of bouncing this side in. Ooh, that scent is strong though. Ooh, buddy. Now, I like to do a beauty blender with a thicker foundation like this because the beauty blender won't soak up all the product. When you have a thinner foundation, especially if it's a more expensive foundation, I would not recommend using a beauty blender because, you know, you're gonna waste a lot of it because the beauty blender will soak a lot of it up. But man, that is smooth and pretty. I like this. This is kind of giving me Born This Way vibes, but this looks creamier over the skin than the Born This Way. So I'm kind of living for the way this is applying. Now I do like the Born This Way, don't get me wrong. I think it's a beautiful foundation. The way that it's blending out just looks amazing. See how it kind of has that moussey type texture to it? It's a thicker foundation, so it kind of gives that moussey type texture. And that to me is one reason why I'm liking it, because as you're blending it onto the skin, it has that moussey type feeling to it. And I love the coverage of it. I do think I'm getting a little bit better coverage with this foundation than I did with that Born This Way. So far I'm really liking this foundation, you guys. I think it looks very healthy and very beautiful on the skin. Now, as far as the coverage, it definitely has more coverage than the Born This Way because I do remember that I need to build that coverage up with the Born This Way. With this one, you don't really need to go in and build it up. I don't know that I would want to because when you have a like moussey type textured foundation, sometimes when you start building it can get a little bit cakey and I don't want this foundation to look cakey. I would rather have my imperfections peek through my foundation than have my foundation look cakey. That's kind of where I draw a line. I do not like cakey foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a tiny bit of concealer. Not a lot, just because I really don't feel like I need it. These two together look really pretty. Like they look very hydrating together. Like they look like they were made for each other and I really like them together. I think they look really, really pretty. Like my skin looks so hydrated and just, it looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys closer. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It looks really smooth, doesn't it? It's laying nice over my wrinkles too. I'm kind of impressed with it. So it is currently 12:20. This is the latest that I have ever started a foundation review. I always start it in the morning, like between like 8 and 10:30. I think 10:30 is probably the latest I've ever done it. So I will come back between the 5 and 6 hour mark just to see how this is wearing. And then I'm gonna wear it until at least 10:30 tonight. That will give me enough time to really put this to the test. And typically I like to wear them for at least 12 hours, but today it just wasn't gonna happen. So I will see you guys in my first check-in. Okay, everyone, I am back. I've been so busy. I've been filming another video, which will be up tomorrow on my channel, and I've been trying to get as much filming as I can done because this is the last weekend with my nephew and my mother-in-law visiting, so I want to kind of spend some real nice quality time with them before they head out. So I've been trying to get my filming done today so that I can spend the weekend with them. And let's jump into the review of this foundation. So far, I like this foundation. I'm kind of impressed with it so far. Now, I've not put on this yet, so let's go ahead and put this on. Ooh, that's strong. Ooh. The scent does have a strong scent. It is. If you guys don't like scented stuff, you won't like this product. These two are very scented, pretty much like the Peach Perfect. If you guys have used the Peach Perfect foundation and that scent was too strong, this one is going to be the exact same way. It does have a strong cucumbery, watermelon-y scent. I like the scent of it. I think it smells good. It's not like it's a scent that lingers for me all day, but like I said when I was applying it, I don't have a strong sense of smell. I don't have a strong sense of smell. I don't have a strong sense of smell. So for me, the scent didn't bother me. It's not very strong and it didn't bother me. As you can see, it's 5:30 on my phone. So I've had the foundation on for just over 5 hours. I was hoping I would get here before the 6 o'clock mark because I've never tested out foundation this late. And I am really gonna try to wear this for as long as I can to give you guys a really good idea because this is a dewier foundation. Now, I don't recommend this foundation for anybody that has oily or combination skin because I do feel like this is a pretty dewy foundation. Now, I wouldn't say that it moves around. Now, that is one thing that I was kind of surprised by this foundation. I thought it would move around a lot, and it doesn't. It's actually very, very flattering on the skin, and I like it. I mean, except for that big honkin' zit right in the middle of my cheek, I think it looks pretty good today, and they're really, really bright cheeks today. Like, I look like a doll face right now. It's not a good look. I'm testing out a blush. You will see which one it is in tomorrow's video. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys closer so you guys can see what this is looking like right now. So we are completely up close and personal, and it's been a long day, so don't judge. But look at that zit. It's so ugly. Why do we have to have zits? Like, it's pretty obnoxious. And my eyeshadow isn't the best blended job I've ever done. Like, seriously, Tara, what were you thinking? You didn't blend your eyeshadow in very good. But the palette I was working with wasn't very pigmented, so I had to kind of make it work. But this is what the foundation is looking like right now, and I like it. I think it looks very, very healthy on the skin. In fact, when my husband came home tonight, he said, "Ooh, your face looks really pretty." I'm like, "Well, thanks, babe." He liked it. He liked the way it was looking on my skin, and he liked how it kind of gave my face like a radiant type look. Time will tell how this will wear because it is a dewier foundation. Is it a foundation that's gonna last more than 8 hours? Is it a foundation I can wear 8 to 10 hours? We're gonna see. I'm gonna really, really try to wear this for as long as I can because I do think that's the important part about this whole dewy foundation. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you wear the dewier, like hydrating foundations, they can slip and slide and look a little bit crazy on the face. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump off of here. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys, it is 11 o'clock and this is the longest I can go. I have got to go and take this makeup off, and I gotta edit this video. I've already edited one video tonight, but I do gotta edit this video so it can be up on my channel tomorrow morning for all of you that I love more than the world. So let's jump right into my final thoughts on this foundation. And I don't know why I'm talking like this. It's probably because I'm delirious. My eyes are starting to get a little bit bloodshot from like in the computer. Let's jump right into what I feel about this foundation. I keep saying that, but for some reason I'm not doing it. I like this foundation. I do. I'm really surprised that I do, but personally I like it a little bit more than I do the Born This Way. So we all have different skin. For you guys that have like oily or combination skin, you're probably gonna wanna get the Peach Perfect from the Too Faced line because this one is pretty matte and it lasts a really, really long time. It doesn't look that good on my skin. It is pretty matte and it is a pretty nice finish, but it is matte. Now, if you like more of a satin type matte finish and have a little bit of a hydrated look, not too hydrated, but more of that satin type look with a medium coverage, I like the Born This Way. It's pretty. It's not my favorite, but it is a pretty foundation. Okay, but if you are like me and you like more of a dewier type foundation, I think you'll really, really like this one. I am curious to see how everybody else is feeling about this because I do think this is a foundation that is only specifically for a certain type of skin. If you're oily combo, you're not gonna like it. It's not a foundation that's gonna work for everybody. Now, I love this one from Smashbox. This is the Studio Skin 15-hour, where it's a hydrating foundation. I reviewed it last week on my channel and I can't stop wearing it. It's so pretty on the skin. But this one is a little bit different because I think even people who have oily skin could totally wear this. But this is a foundation that only a certain group of people are going to be able to wear it. All of our skin is so different. We all need and require different things from our foundations. And with all of that information, that is kind of how we have to pinpoint foundations. I have a lot of people ask me, hey, I'm getting ready to buy a new foundation. Which one do you recommend? I have favorite foundations, but that's for my skin. That's probably, that doesn't mean that it's going to work for your skin. So I always ask, what's your skin type? Are you dry, normal, oily, combo, da-da-da? Once we figure that out, okay, now what kind of coverage do you like? Do you like a full coverage? Do you like a medium coverage? Do you like a light coverage? What kind of finish do you like? Do you like a satin? Do you like a matte? Do you like a natural? Do you like a dewier? Do you like a hydrating? So all of those questions need to be asked before giving you a proper foundation to try out. So with all of that being said, if you do have a oily or combination skin, you're probably not going to like this. It's not super dewy though, so I want to make that very clear. This foundation stays put. I've not had any problems with it moving around on my face, but I can see how this could be a foundation that would not last very long on oily or combination skin. I think that halfway mark, maybe that 5 or 6 hour mark, it might start looking crappier and crappier as you wear it. If you guys have been interested in buying this, I would go to your local Ulta, get you a sample of it, try it out. If you like it, then buy it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys closer so you guys can see what this is looking like on my face right now. Okay, we're again up close and a little bit too personal, but my lips are like really dry. Just don't mind my thin little lips, okay? But this is how we're looking right now. Like, I've lost a little bit of coverage, obviously, and I do think it looks really pretty, and I think it gives my skin just a healthy looking glow, but without being super thick. I just think it looks really, really pretty. Especially, I mean, we've had it on for now almost 12 hours. So I think it looks really good for being, you know, after that, like 10 and a half. You know how that is. The 8 to 10 hour mark, foundations start to look crappy. I think this looks pretty good. I don't mind this at all. So far, so good, you guys. Now, I do like the setting mist. I kind of like it. I'm going to keep using it and let you guys know. I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy this because I've only used it one time. And for setting sprays, for me, it takes time to know if I like it or not. So I'm not going to tell you guys right off the bat, oh, it's so good, da-da-da. I'm not going to say that because I don't know. I've only used it once. So I'm going to keep wearing it and then I will let you know in an upcoming video. But as far as the foundation goes, on a scale from 1 to 5, based on my opinion, based on my skin type, which is normal, I'm a little bit dry right now because it's very hot, I would say I would give this a foundation of 4 out of 5. I'm not going to give it a full 5 because of one thing. It says it's full coverage, and even though it did do really good as far as coverage around here, but as you can see, you can still see my hyperpigmentation popping through, which, don't get me wrong, I don't wear a lot of full coverage foundations. Most of my foundations that I love are medium, and I'm okay with my hyperpigmentation coming through. I'm okay with my skin looking aged, or you know, I'm okay with my imperfections coming through. I'm okay with that. I'm not packing on thick foundations to cover up those imperfections in my skin. I wouldn't call this a full coverage foundation. I would call this a medium buildable full. So that's the reason why I'm not giving a full 5, because I kind of feel like it's a little bit deceitful about the coverage. I don't feel like you're gonna get full coverage. If you need full coverage, like if you have scarring or you know, maybe you have a lot of texture going on and you really need that coverage, you're not going to get this out of this. This is not a full coverage foundation. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. So if it wasn't for that, I would give it a 5 because I do like this foundation and I'm going to continue to wear it. I will let you guys know next week. So last week, all I wore was this from Smashbox and I'm still loving it. I told you guys that I would continue to wear it and let you guys know if I still love it. And I do. She is amazing. Mwah, mwah. Love this foundation. So next week, I am going to be reviewing the new one from Natasha Denona. This is the Transform Matte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. I'm going to wear this for the rest of the week, and I will let you guys know in next week's video how I like it and if my opinion has changed. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on Foundation Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I upload, which is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I love you guys so much, and I really hope you guys have a fantastic, wonderful weekend with your loved ones. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Love you. Bye.